I'm listening to some YouTube stuff. This is the dumb streamers who were caught cheating live. I don't care enough about anybody's opinion to cheat. I'll play some games at easy. I'll play some games at medium or hard or whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
So far,
play for the fun of myself.
Maybe makes me think he
Hell, I don't know what
sorry.
this is on. This
again,
might be on easy
be
right now.
To try and get people to think that.
Probably not. I think it's on all pro, to be honest with you.
Apparently, this guy was view-botting and didn't have a lot of subscribers or people donating anyway. So if he's only refunding a couple $100, I mean.
Also, for the record, when I do this, I give it 3 tries at the most.
You're basically scamming people out of their money.
And subscriptions as well.
If I hit silver or better on the first try, I stick with it.
I'm going to cut it here. I'm done.
If on the 3rd try, if it's only bronze, then I stick with the bronze. You'll see. Hopefully I'll get it here.
His gloating turned into him losing his platform, which is a happy ending for someone who cheats on a game just for some internet clout. Now, the streamer that we're going to be talking about next was highly requested by my wife. Miss Q Gemini was a CSGO streamer who grew her fan base off of being good at the game. But obviously, she's on the list for a reason, and that reason is due to her obvious cheating throughout her time of streaming. Her chat was always filled with people speculating if she was cheating or not, but she'd stay solid on her stance that the only reason why people were saying that she was cheating was because she was a woman playing CSGO. This was her defense mechanism every time someone would bring up her cheating allegations. But this defense would quickly be thrown out the window during one of her streams where she was clearly cheating. There was no defenses. You could see the wall hacks, and the chat was telling her a bunch of times during the stream that they could see her cheating. When she finally realized that she was exposed and her hacks were clearly visible on screen, she would at first ask if anybody else had a glitch where you can see a player's rank, but then when that didn't work, she'd blame her allegedly real friend Clara for playing on her computer just a couple hours beforehand.
Yo, you guys, do you guys ever get that weird glitch in CSGO where it shows your rank, that it shows everyone's rank?
Nah.
Because my game, I played the other day with Rock, and he got that, and now I have it. I don't know why. It's weird. Wait, what the fuck? Clara! Hold on, Clara, give me 1 second. Clara, let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. Why the fuck is this on my computer right now? Where is this? How do I close this? Yo, Rock, I need some help because I don't know what I'm looking at right now. What the fuck is that? Hello? I need to text my friend Clara right now. She was at my house earlier today. What the actual fuck? Yo, Rock, do you remember when fucking Clara got the fucking backman? I'm gonna kill this girl. I'm literally gonna kill her. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. I'm fucking done. She was here today, and I was watching her. Why the fuck?
Bad throw.
Why the fuck? Okay. I need to abandon this match. Fuck this girl. Seriously? Abandon. Clara. Out of all people. I just realized that in my own fucking replay. Oh my god, I'm gonna just quit. Fuck that girl. Hold on, guys. Clara. This is what happens when you let people use your PC. Can't trust them. Alright, that's nice to know. Fucking hell, dude. I'm so mad. I'm actually just gonna uninstall this game because fuck that shit. I'm not getting a backban because of this girl.
After this, she would transfer all of her items onto another profile in case she was banned off of her main profile, which ended up actually happening. After this, she was banned from Twitch, but only for a temporary amount of time. She'd end up changing her Twitch name to the Djinn, but during my research, I found that she started a brand new Twitch account with the name Thoughty TV. It does seem like she's trying to distance herself from her previous controversies because she's going by her middle name now, which happens to be Isabel. But as you can see from the pictures on the screen right now, that this is just her without makeup. And she's actively still doing live streams till this day, running away from her previous scandals and doing anything to avoid her controversial past. Next, we have to talk about a YouTube content creator who was banned off of Fortnite. I know the title says live, but this is a content creator I couldn't keep off of this list. At the height of Fortnite's peak, Jarvis was one of those creators that was making content centered around the game. He'd gain a big following because of Fortnite, but this would also be his own demise. While he was trying to keep the content fresh and new for his audience, he'd add hacks and aimbot onto his game purposely for the sake of content. This resulted in him getting a lifetime ban from Epic and the game that put him on the map. In Jarvis's video addressing the ban, he'd state that he did it all for entertainment and didn't think of what could happen by doing this because he wasn't.
Let's see what this says.
Cheating competitively.
Recently I posted some videos of me using aimbot in solos and playground mode, and just all I was thinking about whilst I was making those videos was just how entertaining and like interesting these videos would be for you guys to watch. It didn't even cross my mind to think that I could be banned for life on Fortnite from those videos. I just want to be clear, this is my first time I've ever done anything like this, and of course I have never done this in a competitive game mode at all. You know, at the time I posted those videos, I was completely oblivious to what could happen to me, like what the consequences were. Obviously this was a huge mistake and it's completely wrong on my end. You know, I really don't know what to, genuinely I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, cheating in anything is just terrible. You should never do it. It's not acceptable. It's zero tolerance. It's just such a dumb thing to do. I should have paid more attention to the community rules and the TOS of Fortnite, and yeah, I just want to urge you guys all to review all of those terms of service and stuff so that nothing like this could ever happen to you, because it's actually so shit. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what to say. Like, this, just knowing that I can never play Fortnite again, or or even create. You know, it's crazy that I can never play Fortnite again, or even create content for you guys. You know, it's obvious that I made a massive mistake. And of course, I would never think about doing anything like this again. You know, when I was making those videos, I never thought about the consequence. I never thought about the consequences that could happen from me making those videos. I just thought about entertaining you guys. You know, the amount of happiness I get from playing Fortnite every day is crazy. Like, just waking up and being able to play the game, it's just so much fun. And now I can't play Fortnite at all. I've been permanently banned. Like, you know, I know how much you guys all love Fortnite and how much you love watching me play Fortnite. You know, it's crazy how one game can genuinely just change your life forever.
Now, since 2019, Jarvis has been banned off of Fortnite. Every account that he has tried to play on would get banned, and when he was able to play, he'd get banned within minutes of joining a game. These constant attempts at trying to fool Epic Games can result in him never being unbanned. Recently, he uploaded a video saying that he was unbanned, but it was all just a lie. And it seems like he's going to be banned for the foreseeable future. Now, we have to talk about a content creator named Hosty. Hosty was a streamer who played the card game Hearthstone competitively. Hearthstone has a long history of cheaters on their game. But Hosty might be the dumbest. During a tournament against another player, Hosty was stream sniping his opponent on Twitch. The only reason why he didn't get away with it was because of the
Damn, that's
reflection
back-to-back
in the
horrible
picture
throws.
that was behind his setup.
Let's
The
go,
reflection
dude.
showed
I should have just ran that junk up
screen
the side.
like the one that was on the screen, but it was a different POV, which happened to be his opponent's POV. Now, this was his demise, and he was disqualified shortly after for cheating. Hosty still streams and has gotten around 20,000 followers on Twitch as of today, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't play that card game anymore because I'm pretty sure he was permanently banned from it. Before we get to the final creator on this list, we have to speak about the honorable mention. Nadia was a Warzone player who was accused by almost everyone within the community for cheating on the game by using wall hacks or aimbot. Now, this was because of her high kill games that were documented on TikTok and on YouTube. Now, just like Miss Q Gemini, Nadia would blame the allegations on the fact that people were hating on her or accusing her of cheating because she was a woman on a male game. But she'd play into this, calling herself the best female Call of Duty player in the world. From home, she dropped ridiculous amounts of kills every game that she was in, but during a LAN event hosted by Activision, Nadia struggled against the competition, making the speculations of her cheating just all that much stronger. But none of the accusations have been proven to be true. All these are still just allegations, with a lot of streamers saying that they don't care if she cheats or if she doesn't cheat. And if she was cheating, she'd be banned off of Warzone, but she never was. Finally, we have to talk about the final creator on the list, Mingo Style Gaming. Mingo Style Gaming was a Warzone content creator and started to gain traction when Warzone first came out. This was due to his ridiculous 5.1 KD ratio. During a 2v2 tournament, Mingo Style would be called out by another content creator named Tommy. Tommy has a past of exposing other Warzone creators for cheating, but Mingo Style made it all too easy for Tommy. During Mingo Style's stream, he turned on his webcam after multiple allegations came out of him cheating, but he accidentally showed the program he was using to cheat.
Get up there.
Mingo Style. Watching.
Oh, it's up there! He doesn't realise we can see it on his webcam. He's forgot it's on his fucking screen. He's going to mute me, and then he's going to put it back up again by accident. Are you ready? He's already put it up once. Here we go again.
Set the drop point for you guys good. Gas is closing in deposition. Suggest you get moving.
Right there.
Here goes toggle mute. Here goes another toggle mute. Cheat straight on his screen. Right there. Silly bastard.
After this, he'd quickly be banned, but would try to defend himself, tweeting out that the tab that you saw during his live stream was actually a screenshot that he took to make a joke about people calling him out for cheating, but was called out immediately for lying. A couple hours later, he'd post another tweet saying, "So accused of cheating because I'm better than most, haha. So I get an image off of a website, save it, and flash it up to wind everyone up as Tommy wanted it on my screen. Here is imagine I put up LMAO." After this tweet, Mingo was called out once again, and people started to mock him for lying. Mingo Style Gaming hasn't tweeted anything since 2021, and it seems like after the cheating controversy, he has gotten off the internet for good, seeing that he hasn't live streamed in a while either, and he couldn't fix his damaged reputation after he was caught cheating. Cheating on games has been going on for quite some time, and it seems like some creators
Judy
do
with
get
the
away
touchdown.
cheating, but the content creators mentioned in this video have either been banned permanently.
Oh, that's
or have
interception.
left
Oh, that
the
should have been
internet,
intercepted.
or they
That was
have
a bad
successful careers
pass.
playing other games instead of the games that they were caught cheating on. Some of these companies have strengthened their anti-cheat software, but other companies named Call of Duty have left the community running wild with cheating, which is a big concern and a reason why people started to become annoyed with Warzone within the past couple of years. Now, was there any content creator that I may have missed or may not have known about? Let me know in the comments below. Also in the comments below, if you have any
Let's
creators
go.
or video ideas that you want me to talk about, the best way you can suggest them to me is through my Instagram DMs or on my Discord. Now, there are major updates happening to the Discord where you can buy Bills coins to earn roles within the server, and it's a lot easier if you just came and saw it. So go and check it out. It'll be linked in the description below. If you found yourself enjoying the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel out and gets us closer to 200,000 subscribers. And it also helps you stay up to date with the newer uploads posted to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
There he goes. Come on, you slow bitch. Let's go.
Instead of competitive play. A lot of the OG Fortnite players are starting to play OG Fortnite. For example, like Ninja, who was one of the biggest, if not the biggest content creators back in 2018. But this can't be said.
That missed tackle right there was the big one.
If you're invested in the comedy scene, there's a good chance you've heard of Bert Kreischer. Having been in the entertainment business for well over 2 decades now, it's hard to find many comedians who can claim to have found his level of success, as he's tried everything from stand-up to podcasting, and even acting in major Hollywood productions. A socialite by nature, Bert has spent his career cruising his way to success, utilizing his network of connections in the show business, from his friendship with Joe Rogan, to being taken under the wing of Will Smith, to many others. However, for all the glamour and all the money, Bert's career has been taking a bit of a downward spiral recently. From his excessive lying to his hugely inflated ego, Bert has been hemorrhaging support in the last year and beyond, and while he maintains a solid presence in the world of comedy, much of his success on YouTube has been in steady decline. But how did it come to this? How does one go from being a titan in the industry to a complete joke to most, apart from the shrinking pool of his diehard fans? Let's explore that.
Fuck me.
Bert Kreischer, born Albert Kreischer Jr., was born on the 3rd of November 1972 in St. Petersburg, Florida. His family moved to Tampa soon after his birth, where Bert would spend his formative years. Unlike many other notable comedians, Bert had a pretty stable childhood, with his father working as a real estate lawyer and his mother working in early childhood development, which meant they could live fairly comfortably, eventually going to a private Jesuit high school. This very comfortable lifestyle would continue into his college years at Florida State University, where he never seemed driven to actually accomplish much of anything. And as a member of the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity house, he ended up spending most of his time partying, as well as developing his lifelong habit of drinking. Bert would spend 6 years at the university, majoring in English. Throughout his long college tenure, he managed to get a bachelor's degree in the subject, which, if you know anything about how college works, it took him 2 years longer than it usually takes. Over time, he garnered a bit of a reputation on campus for his partying antics. To most people, Bert Kreischer would have seemed like nothing more than a college frat boy setting himself up for failure due to sheer laziness and arrogance, likely nursed by his comfy upbringing. What no one could have expected, however, is that it was this persona that would eventually set him up for life. In 1997, after Florida State University had been declared the #1 party school in the entire US of A, the popular magazine Rolling Stone decided to write an article about the university in order to explore this world-famous party culture. We can't know the exact intentions of the writers prior to entering school grounds, but what we can say for sure is that for all of the things they could have discussed in regards to FSU's party culture, the one thing that most caught the interest of journalists was none other than Bert. Pretty much the entire article narrows his focus on him, discussing in detail the kind of life he led at this university. They described the kind of person he was, his jovial, easygoing nature, his shirking of responsibilities. They mentioned how he could never stop cracking lighthearted jokes and laughing just about constantly. In fact, the article went as far as to call him the funniest guy to have ever attended the university. They mentioned how he had run for office of his fraternity twice, first time making a speech in the nude, losing, and then a second time foregoing a speech entirely and taking a pizza box, which earned him a victory. For most, this kind of article would have been a personal embarrassment at best, and potentially life-ruining at worst. But as we'll find out very quickly, this didn't really concern Bert in the least, as a much different path in life had now opened up to him. The article quickly caught the eye of the masses, and Bert practically became an overnight sensation. His crazy story captivated the hearts of the general public, and perhaps more importantly, the eyes of Hollywood, as the movie director Oliver Stone expressed interest in turning it into an actual film. But negotiations eventually fell through, and the scriptwriters involved were sent home. One of these scriptwriters changed Bert's name and then sold the script to National Lampoon, which turned it into National Lampoon's Van Wilder, starring Ryan Reynolds, apparently without any involvement from Bert at all. Following his 15 minutes of fame garnered from the Rolling Stone article, Bert was given an opportunity to perform a stand-up in a club in Tallahassee called Potbelly's. The recordings of his stand-up are not available online, but from what Bert himself recalls, his stand-up lasted 30 minutes and was good enough to entertain everyone present. Following his relative success, Bert took the tape from the stand-up and ended up sending it to Jason Steinberg, who, while seemingly not impressed, invited him up to New York City to watch some stand-up shows, while he would work the door at the Boston Comedy Club, and where he could occasionally get an open mic. The historical record gets a tad murky after this, but what we do know is that at some point while working as a doorman, Bert is approached by Will Smith's production company, which offered him a development deal on the condition that Will himself had to give it a thumbs up. As the story goes, he meets Will 1 week later at a recording studio, where Will was recording an album, and Bert managed to impress him so much that Will invited him to a private screening of American Pie. Notably, whenever Bert recalls his story nowadays, he makes sure to talk about how he had been afraid he would get S.A.'d on this meeting, and how he'd been mentally preparing for it all day, although he goes on to clarify no such thing actually happened.
And I call my dad and he goes, how did it go? I said, great. And he's like, really? I said, yeah, we're going to the movies. My dad's like, on a date? And I go, no, like, just we're going to the movies. And he's like, what do you mean did you see what hit? And I was like, yeah. He's like, where? I said, Planet Hollywood. And he goes, oh, buddy, I'm so sorry. I said, what? And he goes, this is one of those casting couch things. I go, what are you talking about? And he goes, I think he wants to with you. I go, what are you talking about, Dad? And he goes, this is very popular in Hollywood. I said, what do I do, Dad? Do I not show up? He goes, oh, no, show up. He goes, look, buddy, eat cash checks. And show up. And Will Smith goes, what do you want to drink? And I was like, a Long Island iced tea. And he's like, okay. He's like, you like shrimp? I was like, I love shrimp. He goes, get us the best seats. And so I go, okay. So I get us the 2 best seats in the movie theater, right? And we watch a movie.
Regardless of the specifics behind their meeting, which remain dubious at best, one thing we can say is that the meeting seemed like it was a major success for Bert, as less than 5 months after this meeting, the production company would reportedly offer him his own sitcom. We don't know exactly how this manifested, as the sitcom doesn't seem to have ever been released, but Bert would eventually get his chance to star in a large production when he got a role in a CBS pilot for Life with David J. in 2001. Not much is actually known about the pilot, and even Bert only ever seems to mention it in passing, but on IMDb it is described as a failure. Around the same year, Bert got an interesting opportunity when he got to host The X Show, which is perhaps even more nebulous than the prior pilot, as there's very little you can find about it online, other than that it lasted around 2 years and it included some very raunchy programming. Bert's so far unimpressive career would eventually take a turn for the better, however, as in 2004, after playing a very minor role in a TV show called The Shield, as well as performing stand-up alongside 4 other comedians on National Lampoon Live, New Faces Volume 2, he finally got his first break when he became the star of a made-for-TV movie called Hurt Bert, which would hit people's airwaves in 2005. The movie was quite simple. Supposedly inspired by a short skit on The X Show of the same name, the movie featured a number of clips of Bert performing all kinds of potentially dangerous stunts. It had everything from wrestling a very, very compliant and potentially slightly sedated black bear, to getting in the ring with a very angry bull, and even getting his butt waxed. This made-for-TV movie, which was seemingly somewhat successful for what it was, had never really garnered a ton of attention, and it sports a rather paltry 6.2 across its 24 reviews, with the only existing written review providing nothing but a brief synopsis and adding it was entertaining for what it was. In 2008, Bert would get another very unique opportunity when he was recruited to star side by side with the likes of Theo Von in the short-lived reality TV show Reality Bites Back. For the uninitiated, Reality Bites Back was a spoof on the kind of competitive reality TV shows that were huge around that time. Contestants would meet every week to perform all kinds of different zany challenges. But truly, the challenges were not meant to decide the winners. Instead, the primary function was for them to serve as vehicles for the comedians to make the audience laugh. Those found to be the least amusing were the ones who would get kicked out soonest. Bert starred in 5 of the eventual 8 episodes of this show, losing the contest in the 5th. While episodes are hard to come by, what's believed to be Bert's last stint in the show is available online. As you can see, his performance is not what you'd call highbrow comedy, and in fact, it's not far out of line from what people have found amusing about him from the beginning. Even from his college days, one of the most notable things about him was his overt exhibitionism for the sake of comedy. As mentioned, Bert didn't get that far, rather notably being beaten out by even Amy Schumer and having teetered on being dropped even since the last episode. Even though his tenure at Reality Bites Back was not exactly a glowing achievement, Bert continued on his path to fame unabated, and in 2009 he managed to land his own comedy special on Comedy Central called Comfortably Dumb.
My navigation system took me through Compton. Yeah, apparently it doesn't listen to the music I play inside it. And I didn't know until it was too late. It was like, take a right on Brankenshaw Boulevard and punch it. I'm like, what? Do not stop at red lights. Lock your doors. Roll up your window. Go, 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 go. All right, let's talk about black people. Here we go.
This would be his first, and for a long time, only comedy special. Though not the first available online video of his comedy routine, it does illustrate the kind of humor he generally employs during his stand-ups, using his knack for storytelling in a way not too dissimilar from, say, someone like Theo Von, although their humor and phrasing is definitely different. Only a year later, on June 16, 2010, the Travel Channel would premiere a brand new show with Bert as the star called Bert the Conqueror. The premise of this show would center around Bert traveling the country, and as the blurb on Rotten Tomatoes says, celebrating local culture at its most adventurous, and experiencing the traditions that make each city and town unique. In reality, the show was mostly focused on taking advantage of Bert's self-admitted fear of heights and his knack for overreacting, as he would be brought on roller coasters, base jumps, human slingshots, and all other kinds of thrill rides.
This summer, Bert the Conqueror.
Are you ready? Okay.
It's conquering the country.
Oh God. Is this the right way?
For what it was, the show was a better outing than Hurt Burt, as it managed to get renewed for a second season, after which it seems to have been canceled. At some point during the 2000s, Burt started working for a popular comedian named Jay Moore, specifically working as his opening act. While not much is really known about this relationship, Burt himself talks about it quite candidly, but from his description, it wasn't exactly peachy. On an episode of Tiger Belly, he spoke about how Jay Moore treated him less as a partner and more like...
Oh, Tiffany sent a message. Let's listen to the, I didn't complete 25 passes, but who cares? I don't need 25 passes to win. We'll listen to the Shannon Sharp, Cat Williams. For those of y'all, I'm pretty sure everybody's heard it, but it'd be interesting to listen to as we play this.
For the audience, this is the other side of Kirk Franklin praise. This is the record. 2024. All my life, grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, bake price. On a slice, got to roll the ice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Yeah, sacrifice, hustle, bake price. On a slice.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I'm your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and the drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love it. Some call him one of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers, one of the funniest men on the planet, world-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's the top touring comedian selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director, icon, genius, a national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation and any generation, Mr. Cat Williams.
Thank you, sir.
How was that intro?
Magnificent. You are magnificent at intros and did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that. You know, anytime you come to Club Shay Shay, we have to toast.
Yes.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
I did.
Appreciate that. Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and yeah, this particular alcohol.
I'm gonna get me some of that cognac of
than you
Shannon's.
think it would be, probably by about 2, and unbelievably smoother and milder by the same maybe 30% than you could possibly expect. And unlike cognacs the world over, this one doesn't taste like wood at the end, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial colors, and it doesn't taste like it's got artificial flavors. It's a fine product.
He's a connoisseur. You can tell he's a cognac connoisseur. He understands the method that goes into making cognac.
Right. Well, as a comedian, you get free drinks at the club.
I was right too. What the fuck?
All comedians either turn out to be connoisseurs like myself, or straight up and down alcoholics like 60% of Hollywood.
Well, thanks for stopping by the club. I understand that you're very,
I'm just
very
throwing
busy.
it to the
You take time out of your
defense.
busy schedule and stop in
This
today.
is not a good
we
run
really
here.
appreciate it here at Club Shay Shay. So thanks for stopping by, Cat.
And I needed you to know why I came by.
Yeah, I need you to tell us why.
People know I don't go everywhere. I'm not interested in talking to people unless it's like a Larry King or somebody of an amazing ilk that I would actually want to go talk to in real life.
Okay.
I don't do it so I can sell product, and I got
it's
things to
intercepted.
sell, so let me kind of talk.
I'm struggling on this one.
Great product here, and as a fan base, we love the attention that you spend on the guests. We love how much work you've done, how well you know them. them how prepared you are. The same things that we liked about you in football. You brought that on over to here, and that's why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you've made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
And I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Cat Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike, and Cat Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's. 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know.
He shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let an athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he... What? So Ricky Smiley knows this, and I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom. And that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with.
So, for those of y'all that don't know, Ice Cube did respond to this. He said there was no real rape scene. That was not true what he said there. He says that Cat Williams did beat out 200 other people and comedians, and that Ricky Smiley did read for the part, but it wasn't Ricky Smiley's role. So I'm saying 98% of this stuff is true. Maybe from Cat Williams' perspective, maybe 100% in the context of from his view, there was going to be a rape scene. But at the same time, you got to question. I mean, I feel like Ice Cube has no reason to lie. But then again, you really don't know who has reasons to lie. Who knows? I don't know if there really was going to be a rape scene. But at the same time, the movie's a classic.
Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we talk about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped.
I don't believe that conversation
So
happened.
considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put up.
At the same time, those same cast members haven't brought up that there was really going to be a rape scene.
On a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Cat Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on me?
Once again on that, now I'm not leaning left or right when it comes to this. I'm a big fan of Cat Williams. I believe 98% of everything that he says here. Ice Cube also touched on this. He said that there was already a script for Money Mike, but Cat Williams did. He said he left a lot of room for all his comedians to add extra to it. I forget the word for it right now. And Cube says that Cat did such a good job with what they had read. That's intercepted. I knew that was going to be intercepted. That they let him add more to it, and the character grew and grew. So this is mostly true that he did pretty much write everything for Money Mike, but at the same time there was an original script obviously for Money Mike. It just Cat Williams made Money Mike.
Yes. You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Cat Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steve and Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky
Those of you I was
Smiley
wondering,
again unless
Judy
he's in a dress.
is on a
Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday?
he's on a
Did he wear a dress in it?
franchise tag season right now. This is my third season.
Why would you put
They
that
franchise tagged
in
him.
your contract, Cat?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Cat Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what the...
Okay, so I'm going to pause this right here just because in case people have missed this, because I've seen this I've seen this part of the episode or the talk being played about 100 times. And if you're paying attention, he says Cedric, that he did Cat said he did the joke in 2018 and Cedric did it in 2019. Later on in this, before they really start talking about, his past life and whatnot, his early life, they touch on the people that works with Shannon. Oh, he dropped that ball. Ask him about the timeline. You said 2018, 2019, when the Kings of Comedy came out in, I think, like 98, 99, or something like that, 2000. And he misquoted himself. Like, he said he meant to say 97, 98, or 98, 99. here, not 2018, 2019. Man's been drinking a little bit, so. But yeah, just because the years are wrong, don't get that conflicted. We all know that Kings of Comedy didn't come out in 2019, so you'll hear him. I'm just saying, a lot of people haven't. Actually, I've seen nobody touch on where he corrects himself. But at the same time, I've seen the two jokes of Cat Williams' joke and of Ced's joke. They're very, very similar. But I feel like just like I don't think it's right to steal from comedians, steal others' jokes. But just like rappers steal stuff from other rappers, you got to be careful who you do your stuff around. You got to be careful. But yeah, you'll hear some more stuff on Ced here that I agree. Like I said, I agree with a lot of the stuff that he's saying. Here we go.
Line up. This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. That's the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have a range.
He said OBKB. Pause this for a second. I paused it for a second.
Played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not. I mean, when you
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you. The truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over there. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer. Right. We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Zed's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Cat, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened, it's untrue, and there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? Because he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like, all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Cats on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Cat down. You like this?
No, that's not.
Okay, what comedian do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I'm not the comedian you can give that to. I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just told us straight.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. So why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist, that's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted. If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TGJ, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I have the number of these.
Amen.
Gee. I kind of get on there.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah.
Because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you would tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I should know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike. Because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told him to go get the Prowler. I then told him to paint it purple. I told him don't have an actor as playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Q set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that no one's ever heard. Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard. Oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. Like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. But normally when people will give you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information no one else knows or I've ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are lies. This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made all lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A.